I've covered this before, but look at the noticeable similarities between cities and circuit boards. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You don't know if you're looking at a city or a circuit board. So you see the layout of the circuit board here, but that could easily be a blueprint for a city. Circuit board, city, circuit board, city. I'm not gonna even tell you because you don't know which one. And that's the point. And this is where the term grid comes from, like off the grid, on the grid, computer grid. It's like this energy known as God is a master coder. I wonder. Okay, so I've spoken about Nikola Tesla before and how he was able to provide humanity with electricity. Haters will say otherwise. If you know, you know. But how was he able to do this? Well, let's break this down in simple terms. Basic Physics 101. Alright, so our reality is powered by the EMF, right? So that means there is this readily available, omnipresent electricity that we shouldn't be paying for. But yeah, any given time you can tap into it and get you some electricity. Get you some of this static. We can't see or feel this electricity without physical ways to bring it into our reality. To bring it into this frequency that we experience as humans. To bring it into this simulation. And to simulate something means to make a simulation, something such as a physical system. To imitate something. So a way to bring in that electricity is an antenna, right? An antenna is a device for sending and receiving electromagnetic waves. A typical antenna has the form of a wire with both ends cut off. Pause to read more. Usually the electric field formed in the capacitor does not leak out to the outside. The antenna is a device to leak the electric field to the outside actively. The electric field leaking to the outside is called a radio wave or electromagnetic wave, and it spreads through space at the speed of light, at the speed of photons, which is a particle we discussed before. Electromagnetic radiation refers to electromagnetic field waves radiating through space-time, carrying electromagnetic radiant energy. And that includes radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays. And at the bottom here you can see the speed of light equals the wavelength times the frequency. And you can see here the representation of the wavelengths and their frequency and the photon energy they have. So EMFs radiating through space and time, what does that mean? Well, space means a period of time, and time means, I'm going to use B here, a non-spatial continuum that is measured in terms of events which succeed one another from past through present.
These buildings all around here, as I told in class last night, they're ours, they belong to us. They're ancient, these buildings. There's a whole city underneath this city. They've been burned all the major cities, the major energy centers. Our ancestors set up these energy centers that we call Philadelphia, New York, Boston, Atlanta, Detroit, right? Chicago, Miami, Phoenix, Los Angeles. They are energy centers. They're not where they are in huge, large cities just because of some coincidence. There's energy and power in these places. London, Rio de Janeiro. All right? And by the way, we're going to...
The extent of these buildings around the world, just so you can see how many countries they are in, and really when you look at the slideshow that he created, they all look like they're the same culture. I mean, honestly, half of them look like they're the same building. They all look like they come from the same city or the same country, and they're not. These are buildings from all around the world, and they didn't just do this because they liked the Roman style or because they were settled by Roman people. These types of buildings are in China, they're in Kenya, they're in Taiwan, they're in Japan, they're in Australia.
Right now, nigga, why y'all think our lights up? Where did that energy coming from? Inside the planet. You gotta know that. You gotta know that. ComEd, Georgia Power, they charging us for energy that they are getting out of us. Y'all don't hear me. Let me stand the fuck up so they can hear me in the back of class today. They are charging us for energy that they are getting out of us. Not just us participating in their matrix, but literally they getting it out the earth and we are the earth. They getting it out of nature and we are nature. That's another reason why it's been so hard for us to rise against them. It takes energy to do that. And one of our main energy sources, they get us detached from it. It's rubber on the bottom of every fucking shoe or slipper. You hear me? In the back of class, do you hear me? It's rubber. You can't even connect it to it. They don't even want you connecting into it with your feet. Fuck the fact we can take the motherfucking slipper off. Think about why the fuck would they put rubber in the slipper, and we are electricity, and rubber constricts electricity. So constrict means rubber stops us. It stops us. We need our electricity to flow. Cloth, clothes, all that keep us from connecting into that energy. You don't hear me though. All the energy coming from in the motherfucking planet. You don't hear me though. Like, damn. Okay, we know you had certain ones of us that would get caught. They was being enslaved, and you taught us that they was picking cotton. That's one of the main things y'all taught. They had to stack up all this cotton, sun up to sun down. And we used to be thinking like, damn, that's fucked up. They had to pick cotton, which it was. But then it's like, when you find out that it was an actual method to the madness, though. It wasn't just enslaving those that was caught. It was killing the energy, the electricity. This is a war. It's been a war the whole time. That show you how real the war is. You know what I'm saying? You God, we shifting back now. We these beings of light. This is why they did everything around you so that you don't believe it now. You like, nigga, I don't believe I'm strong as the Hulk. The Hulk can't be about us. Why we ain't that strong now? I don't believe I'm strong as Superman. Superman wasn't about us. Why we ain't flying now? Right, you because you don't understand electricity, and then if you don't understand that everything around you has been placed around you to stop you from using that electricity or tapping into the energy that's a huge part of you. Nature is a big part of our energy, y'all. We not separate from nature. We one with nature. So if they killing nature, what did they did to us? Along with killing that severance. That's half of your connection gone right there. That's half of your connection gone right there. Had them picking cotton for that reason. Keep this cotton on. We get real deep, y'all. The architecture, you start paying attention to the way buildings are designed, and you start looking up why they are designed like that, then you're gonna get why they even designed the building like that. You gotta look at it from an architectural standpoint with where buildings are placed. No building is placed in its position by coincidence or mistake. Every single building in these downtown locations are strategically placed like that. They are strategically built to be that tall. When you see a skyscraper or a building with a weird shape, it's all about energy and design. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Like, they using the design as a way to manipulate the space and the energy with the shapes of the buildings and how far the streets is and how wide the streets is, how far certain buildings are apart from each other. All of that is by design. And ain't none of it is just like, oh, they just design it, you know what I'm saying, designing it like that. The whole downtown New York. So I need you to see that they built all of their major cities over all the main quantum energetic hubs along the 33rd parallel. All right? You got downtown New York. You got the Vatican. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get some pictures on this shit. Let's go to Google, get some pictures on this. Just to get a visual, y'all. Just to get a visual. Just to get a visual, reflections. Let's just get some visuals. Okay? Now, let me show you. Late 33rd parallel. The point where this is at, the Eiffel Tower. I think that's what that's called, the Eiffel Tower. 33rd parallel. Look what they built right there on it. And notice, at the top it forms a vortex. The vortex is the point where two lines meet. It's the point where two lines meet. And when you form a vortex, it makes it easier to push out energy as well as pull in energy. Right here, the tip of the vortex, all right? Also, notice, it's also shaped like a bull's phallus, a bull penis. Go look it up. They put it right there purposely, All right. All right. We gonna hold on. That's Paris. Hollywood land sign. Let's pull it up. I'm gonna show y'all what a points is at. Fuck the bullshit. I'm gonna show y'all what a points is at. Hollywood. Let's get a visual. Hollywood. Damn, where I wanna sit this at? Cause I don't wanna look. Fuck, let me see. Hollywood land sign. That's a point. Let's just get a visual on it. All right. You see where this is at? This on the 33rd parallel. Where they put the sign at, that's where one of the dots is at. All right. So you can understand that this 33rd parallel is very important. All right. Let's go. Downtown New York. Let me show y'all exactly where so y'all can see it. All 33rd parallel, y'all. Downtown New York. Let me show it to you. Look. See this? Notice how it's formed right here. The land is formed right here with the water. That's a point as well as where the Statue of Liberty is at. 33rd parallel. This is a major hub of energy. It's like one of them dots, and this is why they put all this right here. See, they built all these buildings over it. If you ever wondered, New York's super big, right? So ask yourself this. New York big as fuck. So why wouldn't they just space these buildings out and make more, you get what I'm saying? Use more of the land. They only put a lot of projects in New York and a lot of buildings hubbed together. But in this downtown area, look how close the buildings is, and look how they circling. Look how they circling. This is in the middle is the energetic dot though. But look how they got these buildings hovered around to block off that energy. All right, to block off that energy, and they're using it. All right, so they are using it. You get what I'm saying? See, I need to show you the designs of buildings and shit so you can understand why they even designed it like that. You feel me? You gonna be like, oh, I see why they even designed it like that. You know what I'm saying? You thinking they just designed it just to the architecture just put the shit there to do it. No, this is all based around energy in the 33rd parallel. All they major points where they running shit from, 33rd parallel. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you this one. Right here, Vatican, 33rd parallel. See where that dot? That's a dot right here. This is why they got the phallus right there as well. This whole center, 33rd parallel, very important energy. This is why they took it over and put, you know what I'm saying? And you see they left you see this has a clean aisle, just to last for energy. It's all for, look at it from an architectural standpoint. I'm trying to show you why the architects did that. Right? They ain't got that on the line though. You see what I'm saying? So when you do look it up, you still kind of like off. You know what I'm saying? You still kind of off because you like, oh, well, it's only Chicago, Dallas, and Atlanta, and LA. No, it's not just that. No, it ain't. Don't believe that lie. All right, go to another one. Downtown Chicago. See, I'm just putting everything together for you. So you can see what they doing. Let me show you. I'm trying to get a better view. Get that angle. We'll try to go right here. But look, this downtown Chicago, my home city. Shout out to the shot. All right, but Chicago. Even the way all these buildings are aligned, when you see the buildings mushed together like this, these was all very important energetic hubs. See, they got us believing that downtowns, like when you see a downtown, that all the buildings should be together like that. And when you downtown, it don't seem that way because you riding up and down the goddamn street. But when you look at it from an outside point of view, when you do see all the buildings hubbed together, you're like, oh, that's just downtown. But you're not asking, there's so much land, why not spread these tall skyscrapers out? The whole point of skyscrapers, you're going to notice they're going to always be downtown. Most downtowns are on the energetic points of the 33rd parallel. This is what you got to know, because these lines run up and down, they zigzag. It's one of the most powerful veins in Chi. So this vein runs all of different type of ways, and then it has energetic dots, like I showed y'all them dots, the main hubs. And on the main hubs, you're gonna notice they put most of their main cities, or in each city, that like these main cities with their downtowns. You're gonna notice that, you feel me? And then if you start, what you'll start noticing too is, like, if you go look at a small town that's not on the 33rd parallel, they won't even have that many buildings downtown like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll only have like a few. You know, you go to Wichita, Kansas or something, they ain't got a whole bunch of motherfucking buildings shrubs together like that. And then they got nothing to do, because Wichita was smaller, because Wichita got enough land for them to do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? It's because of certain cities, definitely they main ones, like LA, New York, Chicago. You know what I'm saying? This is why. And this is why you got the building design like this. This is what these is about. These 2 points, all the energy is being harnessed off these 2 points right here. Off that one, that's the Sears Tower, and then the John Hancock. Cause I'm real Chicago, so I'm not calling that shit no Willis Tower. Cause you know somebody in the comments, no, it's really called the Willis Tower. No, that's if your ass just got to Chicago. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna always be the Sears Tower. Fuck out of here. I'm not never finna be no Willis Tower. The Sears Tower, like I said, the Sears Tower right here, and the John Hancock. This the John Hancock. That's the Sears Tower. I'm looking at it wrong. But yeah, though. So, but this is why Chicago, downtown Chicago look like that, and they using that energy to control the ancestral energy of Chicago, because Chicago, the land of Chicago, one of the most powerful tribes, the Illinois Confederacy. You got all that energy still there from Chief Chicago, Chief Black Hawk, and all of that. So that's why it's so much violence like that. It's all spell work being used from controlling the energy and the energetic points along the 33rd parallel. Oh yeah. I told y'all it's one of them. It's one of them. You feel me? All being revealed. You know what I'm saying? We ain't slowing down no downloads for nothing. You feel me? All right. So let me show y'all another one though. I'm gonna show y'all a few. I'm gonna show y'all they top 13, because you know they like to play with that number because of the 13 original families. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though. Okay. So CNN headquarters building is also on the 33rd parallel, because this is downtown Atlanta. But where that building is at, where this building is at, it's a lot of energy right on that land right there that the building is built over. Because remember, this is all the capital of Atlantis. So I had to show y'all that.